Hare Krishna. So now that we understand why Hanumanji is present on the flag of Arjuna, and now Arjuna wants to say something to the charioteer before he started shooting his arrows to begin the battle. Now we're going to see what is he trying to say. He says Arjuna Uvacha means Arjuna said. Uvacha means to say. So what did he say? He says Senayor Ubhayor Madhye. So Madhya means in the middle, right? In Sanskrit, even I think in Hindi we use this more often. Madhye is in the middle. Middle of what? Ubhayor. Ubha means two. To what? Senayor. Sena. Sena means armies. So he's telling Senayor Ubhayor Madhye, between the two armies. Ratham. Ratha means chariot. Sthapaya me, sthapaya, we saw that it is sthitva. Sthapaya means to be situated or to place. So he is requesting Ratham sthapaya, please place my chariot in between the two armies. Who is he speaking to? To the charioteer. Who is his charioteer? Achyuta. That is Lord Krishna. So now he's saying, Achyuta, please place my chariot in between the two armies. Ratham Sthapayame Achyuta. What is the reason? Why does he want Achyuta to place the chariot between the two armies? He says, Yavad etan nirikshe aham. He's saying, Yavat. Okay, those people, etan nirikshe aham. I want to see those people. Nirikshe aham. Aham means I. Nirikshe, I want to see. Yodhu kaman avasthitan. Avasthita, sthita, again situated. For what they are situated? Yodhu kaman. Kama is desire. Yodhu is fight. So who are those people who are interested in fighting Yodhu kaman, and they are present here? They've placed themselves here. Right? Yodhu kaman avasthitan. Kaihi kair maya saha yodhavyam. Kaihi. Who are those people? Maya, me, saha yodhavyam. Who, with whom? With who am I going to fight? One is, who are the people that I'm going to fight with on my side? And who are those people that I'm going to fight against on the other side? So he says, I want to see both of them. For that reason, you place it in the middle so that I can see both sides who are all assembled here in desire to fight. And then Asmin Rana Samudhyame. Rana is battlefield. Asmin Rana Samudhyame, in this great trial that's going to ensue. So now there are two very important points to understand. One is the very sweet transcendental quality of Krishna, which is Bhaktavatsala nature of Krishna. This is a very endearing quality of Krishna. Let's understand why. Now, he's a Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, Krishna is God. Okay. So, why is God becoming a charioteer? Now, this is something that we need to think about. So, for that reason, here we have this name or holy name of the Lord, which is Achyuta given. So, till now we looked at a very special name, which was Rishikesha, because the Lord as Rishikesha, the master of the senses, is guiding the senses, including the mind of Arjuna. For that reason, Rishikesha was used very consciously. And then here Sanjaya is using this name of the Lord Achyuta. Sanjaya, who is the minister of Dhritarashtra, understands the greatness, the wonderful qualities of of Krishna. And he also uses names of the Lord very appropriately till the last verse that we have seen. Now in this verse, Arjuna picks the word Achyuta. Why does he say this? Who else can understand the Lord better than his devotees? So Arjuna, one of the greatest devotees of the Lord, is using this word. What does this mean? What does Achyuta mean? Achyuta means infallible. Achyuta. Chuta is fallible. Achyuta is infallible. What is the meaning? Simple meaning is never fails. What does he not fail? He never fails in his affection for his devotees. If his devotees, so imagine there is the head of the family. He's earning, he's bringing lots of money, he owns so many properties, and he owns he's in a big position, which means the entire family is respecting him. Now that person, imagine if he is going to be very dominant, screaming, shouting, and demanding respect and all of that, people out of fear would connect with him. But what if that same person, although with a lot of great qualities, is going to be connecting with every single person with love? And even so, Prabhupada gives a beautiful story of Mr. Gladstone, the president. He's a president for the entire world. So there were a lot of people waiting outside, and the secretary was saying, please wait, the president is busy right now. So there was one guy who really lost his patience, and he said, why is he making us wait for so long? Again, he said, the president is busy, what can I do? So the secretary said that and moved away, and this man got to see from a small hole, keyhole, inside the president's room. What was the President Gladstone doing? He was bowing, he was down like a horse or an elephant. You remember when we were small, I think our grandfather, grandmother, or our parents would have become the elephant, and then we sit on their back and then they take us around. So Mr. President Gladstone was doing exactly this. He had his grandson on his back and he is walking around like a horse or an elephant. And then this guy was shocked. That's how even someone so great, if they can come down and connect in affection with someone, that becomes their greatest quality. And that is the beauty of Lord Krishna. So Krishna doesn't think, he's the greatest renunciant. He could be the Supreme Lord. But what does he do? He can renounce his position as a Supreme Lord and become the menial servant of his devotees. For what? Why is the Lord doing this? He's doing this because his devotee connects with him in loving devotional service, in bhakti. The devotee is ready to give everything for the Lord, and so the Lord is equally reciprocating to his devotee. And that is the beauty of bhakti towards the Supreme Lord. So for this reason, Krishna was ready to become the charioteer and listen to every instruction of Arjuna and just follow it as it is. Yes? Now, so we understand this beautiful, sweet and transcendental relationship between a devotee and the Lord. Now moving on to the next thought, why would Arjuna want Krishna to place him in between the armies? We did see one of the reasons before already, to say that he wanted to see who he is going to fight with and who is going to fight against. Now let's see a couple more reasons. One is that Arjuna as a devotee has very sweet qualities. He really had wonderful qualities of a devotee. Sweetness, fearlessness, tolerance, patience, forgiveness. All that this Duryodhana did, taking away, usurping his kingdom, the Pandavas' kingdom, they tolerated forever. They did not have the father, and Dhritarashtra and the Pandavas, Dhritarashtra and the Kauravas really gave them a tough time. All of the Pandavas really tolerated everything, and after all that, they came back from the 12 years of Vanavas and 1 year of Agyatavas, and then they requested, please give us some land. We are Kshatriyas, you see, we have to rule, it's our nature. Dhritarashtra said, I will not even give the piece of land where the tip of a needle would fit. If you want, you fight and take it. What else can they do? So Arjuna did not really want a war because he was ready to tolerate, forgive whatever Dhritarashtra had done, whether it was trying to kill Bhima or disrobing his wife Draupadi in the assembly of generals, or sending them to the forest, or giving much more trouble when they were in Virata Desha incognito. They were ready to forget everything. They said, just forget about it. Just give us 5 villages. The 5 of us will take it and go on. He said, no ways, fight and take it. That's how heinous, that's how sadly evil Duryodhana was. And his father, Dhritarashtra, also unfortunately supported his evil-minded son throughout. So, Sanjaya is trying directly and indirectly to speak to Dhritarashtra to say, please hear what I'm saying. Even now, you call your son to say, stop this war, let's just give some part of it. Because you see, there is so much sign of victory. In the past few verses, we have heard again and again so many signs of victory on the side of the Pandavas. So Sanjaya is trying to show all of this to Dhritarashtra so that at some point he will say, stop the war, let us not sacrifice many lives just for a small person's ego. Let's just share. No, but Dhritarashtra was not ready for it, so it went on and on. So now there is no peace negotiation. Enough of it has been tried, nothing worked out, and now they are there in the war. So Arjuna is saying, fine, I can't. He's trying to understand how many people are still sitting here in the war, understanding what all Duryodhana has done, and still wanting to fight against us. So, to conclude, the two reasons that Arjuna wanted to be placed in the middle of the two armies, one is that he really wanted to understand Yodhu Kaman, who are those people who are desiring to fight an unwanted war. Second is he wanted to really understand the strength of the army that he is going to fight against and the strength of the army that he is going to fight with. So that's this verse. Arjuna uvacha senayor ubhayor madhye ratham sthapayame achyuta yavad etan nirikshe aham yodhu kaman avasthitan kairmaya sahayodhavyam asmin rana samudyame. Hare Krishna.